What's up? This is the newest, and we are right back from literally my time is a minute in the future. It not even like because I just lit this, and motherfucking to you, it's a whole day in the future. Oh, I control the flow of time for you. No, no, I'm just kidding. That's crazy. That is crazy. No, that ain't right. So, where did we leave off? We left off with the fact that they can control the input of what you hear. And that will, in turn, affect the calculations of your brain and affect what you perceive to be real. You can only make a perception based on the input. Now, you go outside. Obviously, a tree is a tree. We're not going to get into whether or not the birds are real. And we're not going to get into whether or not there is gravity, okay? We're just going to assume that a tree is a tree, birds are real, there is gravity. What they can, however, do is start insinuating that certain little niche ideas are not what we think they are. Now, in some cases, that could be the truth. Things out there like Neanderthal didn't know what oxygen was. Neanderthal just know nose clog. All right, you know what I'm saying? So a Neanderthal just know nose clog and bash skull and eats food, stomach growl, yada yada. We decided that the chemical that makes up 28% of our atmosphere, roughly, or is it 23? 20-something percent of our atmosphere that we survive on, we called it oxygen. But what if it probably didn't make very much sense to people in the beginning that oxygen, the thing that we breathe, only makes up 20-something percent of the atmosphere. When that information first came on the scene, somebody could have come up and just been like, nah, man, you see, because it's made of some nitrogen, so therefore we breathe nitrogen. And then, it would have been tested, and then it's like, no, we don't breathe nitrogen. But let's say he's a nitrogen salesman. He condenses nitrogen and sells it, liquid nitrogen, and he wants people to start taking baths in it. This is an extreme scenario, and this would require some dumb people. Just hear me out on this. This ain't no snake oil salesman. This guy is selling liquid nitrogen in the 1700s. Don't know how. Don't ask why. Don't ask questions. Just listen. All right? So, in the 1700s, he's selling liquid nitrogen, and they tell us that there's this whole chemical composition in the atmosphere, and we only breathe this much of it. You know what? That doesn't make any sense. You know what? How about I just take you to my laboratory to show you the truth, and then you never see them again. Oh, why did you never see them again? Oh, because he went around to go and tell everybody the truth. He was enlightened, and now he lives off the grid, and he goes and he tells everybody the truth about nitrogen, that it's actually nitrogen that you need, not oxygen. All right, so you should come over and you should try some too. Be $50. All right, cool. What happened to him? Oh, he went and did the same thing, man. He's got to go tell everybody about this nitrogen. You should try some of this too, man. It's crazy. I mean, it's literally if it's making people leave their lives like this, it's got to be that good, right? And then people start realizing you're not seeing people who go through this nitrogen thing, okay? But by the time they realize this, a good 25% of the population is gone. They're starting to wonder why little Timmy's not coming to church anymore. They're starting to wonder why little Susie's not, right there with little Tommy out there in the field playing on the swing, and they're wondering why, Robert De Niro's wife isn't, on the podium with Father McCartney doing a field dance in the Irish language. And what the hell? So, these people with the nitrogen, they realize that he's been playing them this entire time. So what does he do? He starts peddling the nitrogen elsewhere. First of all, and second of all, he does tell some people the truth. He lets some people in on the truth, and so they are satisfied. And it's like, and if you join me, you get a cut. So they keep their mouth shut. So through this process, he gets, another 25% of the original population. So now 25% is gone, and 25% is on his side, leaving half the population. Now, this half the population, it took them longer to catch on, which means they're dumber than the rest. Which means the ones that he has on their side, they're stronger, they're smarter, they're more resilient, and they're perpetuating the false lie onto the masses at all times. Like, no, the nitrogen's good, man. I tried it myself, and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? And you need to try it too. Be $50. Where'd he go? Oh, he went to go tell everybody about the nitrogen, but I'm still here, and I tried the nitrogen. I can guarantee the nitrogen's great. Be $50. So we've just circled back to the same scenario, and now people have calmed down because they're like, oh well, we still see people. They say they took the nitrogen, and people are still leaving, but people were leaving in the first place. So maybe they're telling the truth. Maybe we really do need to be bathing in nitrogen. Hey, you know what? I'll take a nitrogen bath. Here's $50. I'll go take this nitrogen bath. Let me see what this is all about. And that's the end of Little Johnny. So, the conspiracy theorists are all trying to give you something. But in the vein of a snake oil salesman, the nitrogen salesman comes and sells you nitrogen. Now, sometimes you have a traveling lemonade salesman. Sometimes you have a traveling dynamite salesman. Sometimes you have a traveling music salesman who, I know I said 1700s. None of this should have happened in the 1700s. I just threw that number to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes those traveling salesmen are trying to sell you a load of crap. And sometimes they're trying to sell you something serious. And sometimes they're just trying to sell you something fun. But sometimes they're trying to sell you liquid nitrogen and tell you that's what you need to take a bath in. So, how about we just take the absolute tiniest essence of, poison, and we put it in water. So we dilute it, and then if we dilute that some more, it'll be harmless to the human body. And if you take it, maybe you'll build an immunity to poison, guys. Maybe if you take the littlest, tiniest bit of poison, you'll build an immunity to the poison, guys. So how about we just take essential oils? See? And it's like, I haven't had any problems with terrorism since I started taking the terrorist liquid, and so you should take the terrorist liquid too, so that way you'd be immune to terrorists, just like me. And the vibes will spew from your brain and propel the terrorists away because you're drinking the infamous, fantastic, amazing anti-terrorism essential oils. Now only $99.99 at AlexJones.com. Worst part is the more essential oils you buy, the more they get you down this rabbit hole. The more you'd be willing to buy something like that. They'd be like, yeah, anti-alien spray. That's something that existed as kind of a joke, and people bought it as a joke, but like some people took it very seriously. They were like, maybe this will work, and I'll be waiting for that alien. You know what I'm saying? And just, I don't know, man. Anyway. Yeah, no, the last one. Sorry. Got caught up in that beat. Yo, gotta listen. Don't you know that everything's a conspiracy? Can't you see everything around you is totality controlled by the government? And it's all a plan, a plot, and a sentiment. And it's gonna get you to not represent all the ideas that you once had in your head. You will know that your life is a lie when you arise to the fact that everything in your life is a lie. Because we are all about to have good times. Gotta smoke that blunt. Good times. And we know it's done. Good times. Cause I'm out of ideas. Freestyling. And we're having good times. Yo, hit the blunt. And you know that everything is a cunt. And you know that everything wants a blunt. Cause everything comes from 7-Eleven and you're going to heaven. And everybody knows that white owl swirl. And everybody knows that you're gonna have a twirl. And you're gonna have a lighter and it's gonna go up high. And it's gonna represent all the times that you fly. And everything that you know is going to be okay. Because one of these days it's gonna be a play. And everything is gonna be written down in your name. And you're gonna be up there in fame. And you will know that everything in your life is a lie. When everything is totality and you're going to fly. And you're going to understand that everything in your life is controlled by remote and you're going to fly. Everything in your life is a lie. I can't freestyle for shit, but everything is a fucking lie, so get over it. I guess I'm just gonna have to hit the blunt. Cause your mama can't! Alright, I'm done. Alright. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my birthday. Peace out.